Now another example on the center of gravity. Example, find the coordinates of a hatched portion of a plane lamina which is shown in figure. So now this is the figure, the plane lamina. Now it is made up of a rectangle, what I represent as 1, and then the semicircle 2, and then the two triangles 3 and 4. Now when you observe this figure, it is symmetrical about y-axis, so therefore the distance, that is x bar, from the 1 1 is equal to, so now this is the distance 5, so 5 plus 8, that is equal to 13. So as the figure is symmetrical about y-axis, so therefore x bar is equal to 13 centimeter. Now we'll have to find out the y bar. For this, let me draw the first component, that is a rectangle of 16 centimeter by 12 centimeter. 16 centimeter by 12 centimeter. So area of that will be 192 centimeter. 192 centimeter. So as far as the centroidal distance is concerned, for this individual rectangle, its height is 12 centimeter. So therefore half of that height will be the centroidal distance, that is y1. Now this will be the centroidal distance. So y1, let us say here, so that is, so somewhere we get it. So this will be the centroidal distance y1 for this one. So that is equal to how much? 6 centimeter. So now if you multiply that, you will get 1152 centimeter cube. So then comes another figure. So that means a deducted portion of this 8 centimeter semicircle. Now semicircle is of 8 centimeter radius. Now the area of that one will be 100.5 as it is to be deducted, because in this rectangle we have considered this as the full one, so therefore it is to be deducted, so therefore minus. And as far as the centroidal distance is concerned, we know that the centroidal distance will be, this is your y2, that means equal to, that y2 is equal to what you got, 4r by 3 pi, that is 4 into 8 divided by 3 pi. That means the centroidal axis of this one is at a distance above the diameter is 4r by 3 pi, already we have derived. So that will be equal to 3.39 centimeter. So now product of that will be 341.2. 341.2, that is a negative. Then comes the two triangles. That means now this is one triangle 5 by 12. So another triangle 5 by 12. So that means now the area of this one will be equal to area of this one, and central distance of this one and this one will be the same, and therefore the movement is also same. So therefore if you double it, it will be clear. So that means I will write double. So that means the total area of these two triangles together, it will be 60 centimeter. Sorry, 60 centimeter square. Then as far as the centroidal distance is concerned, this is y3, and similarly this is your y4. So together y4 and y4 is equal. So that works out to be 12 by 3, because 1/3 from the base. So that will be 4 centimeter. So product will be 240. And now all the things are over. So that means Now find out this. The algebraic sum of the areas, that is total area, is equal to 151.5, and then sigma ay is equal to, that means algebraic sum of the moments of all these elements about the base, that is equal to 1050.8. 1050.8, 1050.8. So therefore y bar is equal to, now y bar is equal to sigma ay divided by sigma a, so that is equal to 1050.8 divided by 151.5, that works out to be, y bar is equal to 6.93 centimeter. 6.93 centimeter. So that means now the center of gravity of this one will be somewhere lying here at a distance of, that is y bar. So this is y bar, which is at a distance of 6.93 centimeter. Now let us continue with this process of finding out the centroidal distances. That the problem is, again, find the coordinates of hatched portion of a plane lamina which is shown in figure. Now look at this figure. It seems to be very much complicated, but it consists of only 3 semicircles. Now this is the one big semicircle. In that one, the another semicircle is added to for that, and one semicircle is deducted from that, so that now you have got a beautiful shape of this figure. You will get it. For this, we will have to find out the centroidal distance. Now here it is neither it is symmetry about y-axis nor about the x-axis. Let us calculate first. Now let us find out the centroidal distance one by one. First we will calculate a calculation of x bar. Calculation of x bar. So that means, again, what are the things? So component, then area, then x. So that means distance from 1, that is x, then ax. So that we will make it this problem into 2 problems, so that we will be simplified, or otherwise there will be a confusion to understand this. Now the components are, let me take this bigger semicircle as 1, so this is 2 and this is 3. Now with respect to this 1, 1, we are going to take the measurements, that is calculation of x bar first. Now the first component what we will say take is a semicircle of, what is the radius? It is radius of a 12 centimeter, because the diameter of the semicircle is nothing but it is going through the center of this one, so therefore it will be a 12 centimeter is the radius. So that means 12 centimeter. Now area of that one will be 226.2 centimeter square, and then centroidal distance of this one will be, so that is, it is now symmetrical about y-axis, so therefore this will be your x1, that is equal to 12 centimeter. That is equal to 12 centimeter. And then, so multiplication of that one, it will give 27 2714, 2714.4. And next we'll take this semicircle, so that will be, so radius of this one will be 6 centimeter. So therefore area of that will be 56.55, 56.55, that means pi r square by 2. That will be the answer. This is the directed portion, so therefore it should be minus. And the centroidal distance of this one is, now this is the centroidal distance, so that means what I said, this is x2. x2 is equal to, so that means total diameter is how much? So 24 minus 6, that will be the distance. Am I right? x2 is equal to 18 centimeter. 24 minus 6, that will be 18. So this is 18. So multiplying these two, you will get 1000. So 1017.9. 1017.9. So that is a negative, because multiplying this area onto this one. So this is area A. So next is another component, this the semicircle which is added will be like this, and the radius of this one is also same, 6. So therefore you get the area will be same, that is 56.55, because pi r square by 2. And then as far as the central axis is concerned, this is x3. So this will be x3 is equal to radius of this semicircle, that is 6 centimeter. So this will be 6. And now the product of this, the area and the distance, it will be 339.3. 339.3. So now all are over. So sigma Ax is equal to, and sigma A is equal to, now these two gets cancelled, area will be 226.2, whereas that will be 2035.8. 2035.8. So now this x bar is equal to, therefore x bar is equal to sigma Ax divided by sigma A, that is equal to 2035.8 divided by 226.2. Now you will get this x bar is equal to 9 centimeter. 9 centimeter. So that means we could calculate x bar is equal to. Now it is not ends here, so we will have to find out the y bar also. That means now I have taken the reference axis for the calculation of this one. We will say that now the calculation of y bar. Calculation of, so y bar. Now in this one, what are the changes you will find in this table is, so distance from 2 to, that means this will be y and this will be ay, and all other things are going to change now, but whereas areas will remain same, only these things will change. That means centroidal distances and then their products, you will find that it is changing. So area I will not calculate again, only I will explain it. So now these are the distances what you have calculated as far as x is concerned. Now the reference axis is 2, 2. So in this one, again first semicircle, Now the distance of the centroidal axis, we know that this is your y1 from this reference axis. That is equal to, this is already there, that is equal to 6 centimeter radius of the semicircle. Above this is what you got, you already derived this distance is equal to 4r by 3 pi. So that means now y1 is equal to 6 plus 4r. Now radius of this bigger, this one is, so 12 centimeter, 4r by 3 pi. So you will get that distance is equal to, y1 is equal to 11.1. You get 11.1 centimeter. So this will be 11.1 centimeter. So the product of that one will be 2510.82. 2510.82. Then comes the central distance of this one, deducted portion. So now again we know that this will be the central distance. As far as this is concerned, it will be again 4r by 3 pi, but we need this y2 from this reference line. Again there is a 6 centimeter. Alright, then again you will find that y2 is equal to 6 plus 4r by 3 pi. Now r of this one is 6 centimeter. So therefore into 6 divided by 3 pi. That works out to be, y2 works out to be 2.55. So 1 minute, not 2.55. Now that product will work out. So that means the y bar is y2 is 8.55. 8.55. So now the product of that one will be minus 483.3. 483.30. 483.3. Then comes the, so the centroidal distance of this one from the 2 to. So we know that by theory again this distance is again 4r by 3 pi, but we want this distance. This will be our y3. So therefore y3 is equal to, what you will get, y3 is equal to 6 minus 4r by 3 pi, because the diameter is, radius is 6, out of which this will be known to us, that is 4r by 3 pi, but we want this. So therefore 6 minus 4r by 3 pi, that works out to be 3.45. 3.45. That means if you substitute this r is equal to 6, then if you simplify you get 3.45. So that is 3.45. Now the product of that one, area and this distance, is equal to 195.1. 195.1. So now sigma ay is equal to 2222.62, and this area is equal to, net area is 226.2. 226.2, because this gets cancelled. So now therefore your y bar is equal to, therefore your y bar is equal to 222.62 divided by 226.2, that works out to be 9.82 centimeter. So that means now we could find out. So if this is the case, better you split that into two examples, or otherwise in this one, so x, y, then ax, ay, so it will become tabular column, will become lengthy, and then thing is that there may be chance of confusion. So or otherwise, if you are perfect, you can put it in a single the tabular column and you can execute it. So better way is to split it so that it will be more convenient, and calculate x bar first and then y bar. Now let us solve the another problem on the same. So that means variety of problems we can solve it, but I can solve number of problems, but thing is that one has to attempt on your own so that you will come to know how to calculate things. Now the example is, again, find the coordinates of hatched portion of a plane lamina which is shown in figure. The question will be same, only the figure is going to change. Now look at this figure. Now this figure is consists of a semicircle of radius, so 10 centimeter, and then the quadrants, there are two quadrants of radius 10 centimeter each. So now in this one I will take this the first this one as one semicircle, and then I don't have any formula for calculating this area and the central distance. Therefore I will consider this whole rectangle as 2, and then this is 3 and this is 4. So that means from this rectangle, if I deduct these quadrants, so my problem will be solved. So now here again, as usual, we will proceed. As usual, we will proceed that what is that the component. Now we will proceed for calculating the things for this. Now if you observe this figure, now it is symmetrical about y-axis. It is symmetrical about y-axis. Therefore, as the figure is symmetrical about y-axis, x bar is equal to, that means if you take this is the extreme end, from here to here it will be radius of the semicircle. Radius of the semicircle, that is equal to, again, radius of the quadrant, that is equal to 10 centimeter. So now the other component is, so that means we'll have to find out the y bar. For the y bar, now this first component is a semicircle of radius 10 centimeter. Radius of 10 centimeter. So the area of that one will be 157 centimeter square. 157 centimeter square. As far as the central distance y1 is concerned, that means we know that this will be the centroidal distance as we have derived. So this is equal to 4r by 3 pi. So that means now this is your the y1. This will be your y1. So this y1 is equal to, again, what we saw that y1 is equal to, already this we know it, that is equal to radius of the quadrant, so 10 centimeter, so plus 4r, again radius of this one is 10 centimeter, so divided by 3 pi, so that is equal to, you get y1 is equal to, you will get 14.24 centimeters. So that means 14.24 centimeter. If you multiply this, ay is equal to, you will get 2235.68. 2235.68. So then coming to the this rectangle 2, that means second component is your rectangle. Now this rectangle width is equal to radius of this one plus radius of this one will be equal to 20 centimeter, and height is equal to 10 centimeter. So area will be equal to 200 centimeter square. So 200 centimeter square. So now the centroidal distance of that one is, now this total height is 10 centimeter. So therefore half of that will be what is that, y2. This is your y2. Y2 is equal to 10 divided by 2, that will be equal to 5 centimeter. Now product of this one works out to be 1000. It works out to be 1000. So then comes these two quadrangles, quadrants. Now one quadrant is like this and another quadrant is like this. Now in both the cases the radius is 10 centimeter. So that means, so this will be 1/4 of this area of the circle and 1/4 of this again. Now that means areas you will get the same, and even the centroidal distance for a quadrant from the both the axes, it will be at a distance of 4r by 3 pi, 4r by 3 pi. So therefore for this also we will get the same 4r by 3 pi. That means now this y3 is equal to, y2 is equal to, already I calculated, so that means y3 is equal to 4r by 3 pi. 4r by 3 pi. So 4 into r is 10 divided by 3 pi. So that is equal to, 4.24. 4.24 centimeters, whereas area is equal to, you will get, so the deducted portion, this will be equal to minus 157. So that means this is pi r square by 4 plus pi r square by 4 together, adding together you will get 157 centimeter square. So now this is centroidal distance. If you multiply, then you will get minus 665.68. So now again sigma ay is equal to 2570, and then sigma a is equal to, so here these two gets cancelled, one left out is 200, that is sigma a is equal to, so therefore your y bar can be calculated. So therefore, y bar is equal to 2570 divided by, so 200, that works out to be 12.85 centimeter. 12.85 centimeter from 2 to. That means the center of gravity will be somewhere here. That is equal to, so your y bar, that is equal to 12.85 from this reference line, but whereas in this direction it will be, so x bar is at the same point, that is equal to 10 centimeter. So this will be the centroidal distance of this hatched portion. So this is how one can calculate the center of gravity. That means it may be, the question may be find the coordinates, or it may find the center of gravity, or it may be the that means coordinate distances. So one and the same. So that means this is the way in which you are supposed to calculate the things. So that means first you will observe this figure whether it is symmetrical about any one axis. If it is symmetrical, so that means 50% of your problem will be solved. So as here it is the symmetrical about y axis, so therefore what I have written is As the figure is symmetrical about y-axis, so therefore x bar is equal to, directly we can indicate the half of the distance, that is equal to radius of a semicircle of 20 centimeter diameter or 10 centimeter radius.